Hello, and welcome to Silicon Valley Girls Chat Over Tea. I'm Gloria.
And I'm Rosetta. And hi, everyone. Thanks again for joining us. We really appreciate you checking out our chats every week. And a quick reminder, if you like our chats, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe below, and hit that bell notification. It's all the same things I say every week, but we're just reminding you, we'd love it if you would subscribe and be one of our subscribers. All right, let's get going. Now, what am I drinking for my tea today? Well, I was getting a bit tired of the ones I were drinking in the past. So I just found one packet, and the brand is Stash, and it's a lemon ginger caffeine-free herbal tea. And what does it have in the back? It says it has ginger root, lemongrass, ginkgo ginkgo. Let me pronounce that. Ginkgo biloba. That's how you pronounce it. Hibiscus, sunflower, citric acid, and lemon. So that's what it is. It's this packet here. Can you see it?
Yes.
There's only one packet. That's all I found. Stash lemon ginger herbal tea.
Well, that's because it's a package from when we were on one of our travel trips, remember? Upstairs at the club.
Yes, you're right. Oh my God, you remember. That's
of course
right.
I do.
You're
yes.
right. And I had it, and it smells amazing. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
We had smell-o-vision. Oh,
it was
I can
wonderful.
smell the ginger. The ginger is amazing, and you can smell the lemon. Oh my God, it's amazing.
Well, cheers.
Cheers, everyone. I'm excited to try this new. Cheers. And go ahead, Gloria. Tell everyone what you're drinking.
Yes. And it's interesting that she did lemon, and I also selected the honey lemon. Put this so you can see it.
Honey lemon.
And honey lemon. Woohoo! And where's my ingredients? Ta-da-tam. Here we go. Green tea. We love green tea. Lemon, licorice, roasted chicory, ginger, orange blossom, a little dried honey, and some Asian ginseng.
Yay!
Keep me pumped.
Yummy.
So that's one that we've done before, but I was just feeling lemony, so cheers.
Cheers again.
So as we always like to kick our talks off, Ellen is back. She came back on Monday, September 21st. It was the beginning of her 18th season. And the cool part about it is that she addressed a lot of the issues that had been swirling around since she broke for summer. That her her work environment was toxic. She has restructured a lot of things. She has severed ties with 3 previous producers that were found to not have done the Ellen thing. She talked about how people think that she's fake and phony, and she's like, this is our 18th season. I'm a good actress. I'm really good. I played a straight woman, so I know I'm a good actress. However, she said she didn't think she could stand up 17 years, day after day, and not be her true self. So she said, who we see is who she is. There's some things that are changing. She said she's a human being. She's capable of, not having a good day, having a bad day, being in a cranky mood, being a driver, wanting to get things done a certain way. However, she, her thing is that she will strive to be better and better. Twitch is no longer just the DJ, as he is now a co-executive. So he didn't have the DJ equipment at his station. Tiffany Haddish was her guest person there with her. And it was really cute because Tiffany got to show off how she shaved all her hair and pictures of her with Common. So Ellen, welcome back. We're glad to have you back. And we look forward to seeing all that you're going to do your 18th season.
Yay, good for you, Ellen. And I loved Tiffany Haddish's new hairstyle. She kind of styled it nice.
Yes.
So it wasn't just all short and kind of bowl cut. She had a little bit of style. It looked like there was some kind of parting to it.
She has like a little swirl on one side.
That's what it is, but it looked cute.
Yes, I agree. And also, Wendy's back. Yay! Both of our girls came back the same
Wendy,
day.
how you doing, Wendy?
How you doing, girl? So Wendy came back on Monday, and the double doors open, and sometimes she gets emotional when that happens. So she started crying a little bit. She was overwhelmed. She said that she missed everyone. Initially, you look at her and you're like, what is wrong? What is different? What is up with my girl? So her girls, that's what I call her chest area, was very vibrant. And I was like, wow, did she get some more? No, she lost 25 pounds. Wendy, like a lot of us feel, she's like, I like to be home. I just don't like to be told I have to stay home. So she went through a period where, food didn't taste good. She kind of stopped eating. So she lost about 25 pounds. However, she's back. She's at it. She was doing Hot Topics. The exciting things she talked about, the Kardashians going off the air. Nene Leakes is not going to be returning to Atlanta Housewives. She thinks it's a good deal, though, because she's like, they're going to miss her and they're going to want her back. She thought that a lot of things that are going on, she wants everyone to be careful and wear their mask. She had a virtual audience of people in monitors, and then her staff, and she said they're constantly being tested. They're their own little pod, were sitting in the audience, so they cheered her on. Suzanne is back. So DJ Boo isn't there. She has a new guy that was on. I don't know if he's permanent or if he was just a guest DJ for the day.
No more DJ Boo.
DJ Boo was not, he wasn't there, and she didn't really say he's not coming back. So, every now and then, if he has some other event, she'll put a guest person in. But, it was the first show, and so she was just trying to keep it going. So, welcome back, Wendy. We missed you. Glad you're back.
Yay, we're glad you're back.
Yes.
We are.
So, as we all know, the Emmys were Sunday, and I tell you, Schitt's Creek, it just blew everybody away. It won Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Supporting Actor, Best Supporting Actress, Outstanding Writing. I mean, and it went on and on. I think they were up for 15 and they won like 9. Every time I turned around, somebody in their little pod was cheering because they had won.
Yes.
I've never watched the shows. I think I'm going to check it out. How about you?
Yeah, I've watched them and I think they're hilarious. I've always liked the father. What's his name?
The father.
Levy.
Yes.
What's his
name? I love
name?
him.
I keep saying Daniel, but Daniel's the son.
Yes.
Now
I just know it's Indy. Yeah.
I'm drawing a blank, but I've always liked him, and he was the one that was on. Was he the one that was on American Pie?
Yes, he's the father of American Pie.
Of American Pie.
He's also in the Tyler Perry. There's a movie in which the family goes on the run. They're undercover, and he's the father in that. So he plays a good dad role. Very good.
I like him. He's good, and I like Schitt's Creek. It's good. It was so funny when they kept saying it. They kept putting it up on the screen.
Yeah, because they didn't want people to think they were cursing.
Right. So I really liked it. Yeah. So if you guys have not watched it, you have to watch it because it's very funny. And the son, Daniel Levy, he actually approached his dad to, he came up with the idea, and his dad said, yes, I'll do it with you. So that's why he won for Best Writer, because he came up with the whole idea. It was very good.
Oh, he's very, and I love that he looks so much like his father.
Oh my goodness.
The hairstyle,
the
facial features. I love it.
The eyebrows.
Yeah, very cute. And the best thing is now you know what he's going to look like as he gets older, because he looks like his dad already. So that's really cute. Yes. We also, Eddie Murphy won an award for Best Host. He went back to Saturday Night Live, and he won for that. And Zendaya won for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series for what is it? Euphoria, something like that. Euphoria, something. I don't know. Or Euphoria. And she is the youngest African American to win an award. And she won against like Sandra from Grey's Anatomy. What is it? Sandra Ho, Jennifer Aniston. I mean, she had to show up, and she did, and she won. So congratulations, and may you win. Congratulations to all the winners, as well as all the nominees, because it takes a lot just to be nominated. So congratulations to everyone.
And it was a really fun evening. I enjoyed it, even though everybody it was all filmed from their homes, and they did a good job. It was very good, and Jimmy Kimball was a very good host.
Excellent, excellent. As we all knew, Dancing with the Stars is back, and even though I call her the Tiger Woman, she got the lowest scores last week because of the football game on Monday Night Football. They moved Dancing with the Stars to Tuesday, and Charles Oakley was the first star that was eliminated. So his scores weren't that bad. However, the judges felt that she showed more signs of improvement. So, oh, boo-hoo, Charles, we're going to miss you. However, Michael Strahan made a joke about the fact, he goes, other than wearing a size 18 shoe, what else could you have done to improve your chances? And I'm like, those are some long feet to try and dance.
Yes. But but he was okay. I could have thought he could have improved, but he's gone.
Excellent. And then there's a new show called LA Finest with Gabrielle Union and Jessica Alba that we both checked out. And I'm going to let Rosetta kind of share what we thought.
Well, it was a show that, yes, both Jessica Alba and Gabrielle Union were playing two detectives. And it was in LA, obviously, because it's called LA's Finest. And this is the pilot show. And I did have mixed reviews. I liked it in some parts, but I didn't like it in other parts. And I think that it's not a definite no for me, and it's not a definite yes for me, but I'll have to, because I recorded it, I'm going to keep watching and see how it goes. I was a bit upset with some of the writing and the dialogue, but we'll have to see what happens. And we'll let you know. If any of you watching have watched it, LA's Finest, that's what it's called again, comment below so that we know what you think. But I had mixed reviews, and I will be watching again. So we'll see what happens in the future.
Excellent. So we want to talk a little bit about global warming. Even though certain people don't believe in it, I believe in it, and Rosetta believes in it. The latest hurricane is called Beta, and Beta hit the East Coast, I guess you would say the ocean line again, and this time it went up into Houston, Texas. And I'm from Shreveport, Louisiana, so whenever I see, Shreveport, I'm like, my God, because that's a long way from the coast. And they are actually thinking we're going to get another foot of rain today in that area based on Beta. So that is continuing to move, and people just be safe. I always tell people, when it starts raining very hard, all you have to do is just get out your car, stay home. Do not get in the car, I'm just going to run to the store and get stuck in the water. Because if your car gets stuck, then you have to wait till the water rescinds. It's just a whole bad situation. So please, please, please be careful. And then where Rosetta and I live, we are in the fire danger zones of the West Coast. And the fires are still, they're still out there, they're still burning. However, the containment levels are getting higher. Some, on most average, they're around 67%, and some are even as high as 90%. So the firefighters are doing an extraordinarily excellent job. And, yesterday around 11:30, a friend of mine was on a Zoom call, and she's like, sorry, ladies, I got to get off the call. We have to evacuate. So there was a fire up in the Alum Rock Park in San Jose. So we're going to put a link down below so that you can just kind of see what's going on with the fires in California, as well as a link about Beta from Good Morning America. Ginger Z and her team, they're following it, just to give you some insight about the weather. we think it's a little bit more than global, than just bad weather. We think it's global warming, and Mother Nature's talking to us, and we have to listen, because there's nothing that says the planet has to continue to exist.
Yep, that's correct. So we all have to do our part in this global warming, because things are not as it's, this is very unprecedented, and it's starting to be more and more prevalent every single year. So we have to do our job in the global warming, and we always talk about this in all our chats, that global warming, we are seeing more and more signs of it every year. So what are we going to do as individuals to help with this global warming, to prevent more happening?
Absolutely. I don't know if you've heard the news, however, Breonna Taylor's case has been updated. And this is just the information that was shared this morning. The former police officer, Brett Hankinson, was charged with wanton endangerment. Now, what that means is it's not him doing something to her for her loss of life. This is wanton endangerment. It's because the entire complex was in danger, because I guess he was the officer in charge. So when they started firing bullets, that was his responsibility for them not to, my understanding is it was over 40 shots. Anyone in that building could have been hit and killed. And that's why it's called wanton endangerment. Now, the FBI verified that Detective Miles Gosgrove fired the fatal shot that killed Breonna Taylor. However, no additional officers other than Officer Brett were charged. And all of this is based on Kentucky law and the evaluation and the understanding of Kentucky law. My hope and prayers is that everyone is going to take a deep breath, and I understand people are going to be upset because they want wrongful death charges against the officers, and that's not what they got. However, sometimes it takes baby steps. They got one officer, and then they'll continue investigating. They will try that officer, and you never know where information is going to pop up. Like, apparently some citizens said that they heard the officers say police before they knocked the door down, where them on the inside, they didn't hear. And I have double pane windows, and I can't hear what's outside of my place. So it's possible that those two things occurred. So we'll try and keep you informed of what happens. I'm very, very sorry that it's not going to be as clear cut as we all hoped. Everyone, just please, please be careful. We understand you're upset. Just please be careful.
And when the trial does come out, there's going to probably be, they're going to dig deeper into that, and then things are going to come out that we didn't know about. And it's exactly what you said, Gloria. Yeah, if you have double pane windows, you may not hear it, but people outside may hear it as plain as daylight. So we don't know. It's going to come up, and there'll probably be witnesses, right? To testify. So they're going to be probably called up on stand, and they'll tell them what they heard. So all that will be sorted out. But everyone, keep calm. Everything is going to work out. There's going to be, justice is going to be served.
Yes, yes. Now, a lot of us here in California, of course, were very shocked when we heard of the loss of life of Kobe Bryant and his daughter, Gigi. Well, his wife, Vanesa, has filed a lawsuit against the LA County Sheriff Department because the officers took horrific pictures of the crash site, and they started posting and sharing those pictures. I understand, and it's not, and this lawsuit is not just for Kobe and Gigi, it's for everybody that was on the plane, because it's hard enough to know that your loved one lost their life. It would be horrific to have to see pictures. And people don't realize when you post things on the internet, they're on the internet forever. So it's like it's going to always be around. So I am so sorry that she is now having to deal with that. That's just something that's going on. So we wanted to bring it to your attention. We'll put the link down below so that you can check into it. It's just sad.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
sad. And we don't want to forget about Kobe's death, because it did happen this year, and it's tragic. And everyone else that has, died or lost their lives this year, we don't want to forget them. So it's, things like this are coming up, and we're hearing things. It's sad that's what has to happen. But everyone, just, think about the people that have actually passed away this year and put them in your memories and thoughts. That's what I say. Because a lot of times we think about them and we talk about them like days afterwards, but then a month or two later we forget about them, and still need to remember them.
Exactly. And with all of the, I always say all lives matters. And I have friends that are always telling me, until Black lives matter, all lives cannot matter, because Black lives are for whatever reason, it just kind of surfaces down at the bottom. And, the George Taylor, George Taylor. I got both of their, George Floyd and Breonna Taylor. And
George.
I fused them. I went George Taylor. I fused them together. People who are losing their lives, it's very, very sad. I was just thinking, as Rosetta was talking about, incidents that occur and we forget. Earlier in the week, a friend of mine was sharing with me that a mother was on her phone. Her son was driving home and he was on the cell phone, and he failed to do a proper stop at a stop sign. And a police officer came up to talk to him, and he was at home. He was just pulled up out front. And the mom was still on the speaker inside the house. And so the officer asked for license, registration, insurance, the regular, and he gave them all of that. And then she asked him if he had any, a criminal record or any outstanding warrants. And I'm like, it's a stop. However, it just goes to show you that people are still judging individuals based on the color of their skin. Now, this mom took exception, so she runs outside and she's like, I've worked my whole life to make sure my child has a good life, and my child is not going to become a statistic. And she stood in between the officer and her child. So because the officer had her hand on her gun. The officer also called for backup and said that she felt her life was in danger.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Wow.
And she's the only one there with a gun. And all he did was he ran a stop sign. It's late at night, it's dark, kids are kids. He made a bad decision. Give him the ticket. So one of the things that I always think of when this happens, it happens right now, it's affecting me very personal, because I am a person of color. However, I want everybody to think about it. Just take a minute and close your eyes. And now just imagine if that was your child. If it was, instead of it being Black Lives Matter, people were running around killing white people, and we were trying to do White Lives Matter. It doesn't matter the color of the skin, it's the law. We want the law to be of the people, for the people, by the people, so that we are all equally protected. So Rosetta's right. Let's not forget. Let's not forget. Let's not go backwards. Like I said, we need to be looking for ET and not worrying about going back into the 30s, 40s, and 50s. Let's come forward.
Yes, thank you for saying
So, since we're going to kind of go into, talking about COVID next, everyone knows you need to wear a mask. The head of the CDC, even though President 45 said that he mistakenly spoke wrong, said that the most important thing we can do right now is to wear our mask. He even went so far as to say a mask is more safe, and he feels will prevent you from getting COVID more than a vaccine, a mask. So that's important. So over the weekend, my husband was in just hog heaven. Girl, he was so happy because it's football.
Yeah.
So he was watching football games, and the coaches had masks, but they were like around their chins, over their mouth, but not the whole mouth and nose. And he kept saying, oh, that's a bad example. Look at them. They should wear their mask properly. Well, Monday we found out that those coaches that were not wearing those masks properly have been fined. So on Sunday, the coach of the Denver Broncos, the coach of the Seattle Seahawks, and the coach of the San Francisco 49ers were all fined $100,000 for not properly wearing their mask. Now, Monday Night Football, we had the coach of the Raiders and the coach of the Saints doing the same thing. So they also have been fined $100,000. The sad part about all of this, the coach for the Raiders came out and said, I'm good. I don't have to worry about it. I've already recovered from COVID. And I think to myself, okay, you're pretty intelligent. You got a great job. You're a football coach, a professional NFL football coach. Do you not think that you could get it again, or that you could give it to someone else? Wear your mask.
Well,
go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, what I have to say is that just because you've had it doesn't mean that you're exempt from putting the mask on. A rule, a policy is a policy, right? And what example does that set for other people, right? If you are not going to wear the mask, then other people are going to say, well, he's not wearing the mask. I don't need to wear the mask. This is the NFL policy. You need to wear the mask. And for those ones, the people that did not wear the mask, I think it's completely right that they should be fined.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of people, they do it and they don't get consequences. Out in the real world, we see a lot of people not wearing masks. There's no consequence. If you knew that if you were caught not wearing a mask and you were fined $100, $200, would you be more careful? And I think that should be in play, because I went to, where did I go? I went to Carmel, and they have signs saying, you need to wear a mask and you're going to be fined if you don't. And everybody's wearing a mask. Yeah.
Good.
Same thing.
And I think this is going to send a good message, because you know the coaches are going to go, I don't have to pay no fine. And the owners should stand the ground and say, the commitment for you to be allowed to play this season is for you to wear a mask. And for you to be a recovering individual from COVID out there on the field with all those guys and not properly wearing a mask is just unacceptable. I love football. I am a football girl. I thought it would even be a good thing that if they said, okay, $100,000 isn't enough. You're upset, but you're going to pay the fine. Next time, second occurrence, kick them out of a game. Game over, you lose. Make it accountable, because I think that's where we're running into this situation where people are like, running through Target going, take off your mask. We can't get it. We're free. No, don't take off your mask. Make the punishment fit the situation.
Yes.
Like Vanessa said, I love that. In Carmel, there's an actual fine. So people are wearing their mask.
Yes.
Yep. I love it.
Yep.
I love it. So every week I share stats with you on COVID numbers. I get my information from John Hopkins University, WHO, World Health Organization, and the CDC. Now, as we all know, there are times when things are going kind of wild. And what I mean by that is the information is put up and then someone comes out from the White House and says, oh, that person misspoke. The information comes down. For the first time since I started sharing this information with you, I could not find stats that match. Normally all three match. And I could find the global number, the USA number, and then because we live in California, our California number. Today couldn't get that to work. So I've got a couple of numbers that I'm going to share with you. I can share global and USA. I can't really share California, and I can't share any recovery rates because I couldn't find them. So globally, we have 31,728,021 cases. We have 973,176 loss of lives. In the United States specific, we have 6,921,817 cases, 201,149 loss of lives. I want to put something in perspective for you. If you look at those two numbers that I just shared with you, worldwide, not California, the United States, out of 2% of, if you take the ratio of people to cases, COVID is about 2% worldwide. Of that 2%, the United States of America is 20%. Our numbers are too high because our people believe that freedom means that I don't have to be intelligent and I don't have to care. We can knock that down. I mean, New York, Governor Cuomo was like, I'm not playing. They started acting crazy. He put his police officers out there and they knocked it down. We can do this. We just need it domestic wide. So some states are doing really good and some states are not as good. So I just want you to be aware, our numbers are still too high. In California, we're under 5% and we're very, very happy. And our mayors are still saying, no, you still can't go back to what you used to do. We're going to be careful. So please, please be careful.
Yep, thank you for mentioning that. And as Gloria said, yes, we did try and find the numbers that matched and couldn't find it. Even I looked and all the sites had different numbers. So going forward, we're going to just give you the best numbers that we can find. If you guys are watching and you see other numbers, just remember that none of the numbers we saw match. So we have to do the best we can. And she liked going with John Hopkins. So that's what we're going with.
Yes, excellent. So we always like to talk to you about voting in America. You know, we're getting ready on November 3rd to vote like our lives depend upon it, because it really does, really does. So next week, we're going to have presidential debates. If it happens, I think it's after we do our talk next week. If it's not, we're going to have a lot to share with you about the debate. This morning, the wife or the widow of John McCain, Cindy McCain, came out and she endorsed Joe Biden. The reason that she endorsed him is she's like, we need solid leadership. We need a president that is smart and has compassion and empathy. You know, Rosetta and I are always talking about, we need a leader who has feelings. We need someone who cares about the citizens of the country. I thought that was very interesting, and I haven't had a chance to hear or to see. Because we had the Breonna Taylor broke while The View was on, so I don't know what Meghan McCain thinks of what her mom said. So it'll be interesting because I'm sure it'll come out. There's the baby.
There's my cat.
I love it.
He just jumped up. He keeps coming up. Yep.
So that happened.
Come on, get down.
And there are lots of professionals, I don't know what you call it. I call them stadiums, but the large buildings where we have concerts and sports events and things like that. They are going to start opening those facilities for voting. So here in California, where Rosetta and I are located, we have the SAP Center, and we have SAP is mostly for concerts. It's where our wonderful Sharks, that's where they actually play, and we do lots of concerts and plays and events there. And then Levi Stadium is the home of the San Francisco 49ers, and we do mega concerts like, Lady Gaga and, Alicia Keys and, Beyonce, big concerts. They are going to set those stadiums up, and they're actually in the process now so that they will be ready on November 3rd for voting. So they're starting to do things like that. And Rosetta had shared with me that there are some states that are actually allowing early voting. So I wanted her to share a little of that with you all.
Yeah, so I'll have to pull that up. I was wondering, do you know if, what's Chase, are they doing anything?
I
Chase
haven't
Stadium?
heard if the Chase Stadium, because we've got Levi and we have the other stadium, the SAP. The other thing that I have heard though is they're going to start building or setting up these satellite locations where you can drop off your ballots.
Okay.
I think that's going to be fantastic because normally you have to go to City Hall, and I don't know about yours, but mine in front of the ballot drop box is tiny. You could probably get maybe 40 or 50. However, if we're all going to be doing more mail-in ballots, I love the fact that they're going to set up different locations where people can drop them off.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we'll have to keep a tune on that to see what other centers are actually opening up for voting. But this is
Yeah.
what I found, and this is from the, let me see what site. So the site that I found this on was CNET. CNET is where I found it. So it goes by state, and it tells you which of the states have early voting. So I'm just going to go down them very, very quickly. And we have Illinois, September 24th. We have Michigan, September the 19th. Minnesota, September the 18th. Then we have, Oregon is mail-in only. So theirs is mail-in only.
Wow.
Yes. And then we have Vermont, September 21st. Virginia, September the 18th, and Wyoming, September the 18th. So those are the states that are having early voting right now. So that's the list that we have. And California, I'll read real quick because that's where me and Gloria are from. We will be able to have early voting starting October the 5th. So if any of you want to find out when your state is having early voting, just jump on the CNET app or the website and find it out.
And we'll put the link down below to make it easy for you to find.
Yeah, we'll do that. Yes, we will.
Yes.
As we always do.
So, absolutely. So in the upcoming weeks, Rosetta and I are going to start looking into a little bit more specific information, especially here in California where we live. The one thing that I really want you all to think about, it's not just about the presidency. It's about a whole lot of things underneath. It's about the judges who are going to be put in place. It's about, I'm trying to think of, like, we're going to have judges. We're having propositions where,
yes.
like, everybody's trying to figure out with Uber and Lyft, you know, do they get to remain as individual contractors, or are they going to make them employees of Lyft and Uber? And if they become employees, then Lyft and Uber's like, I'm going to leave the state. And I mean, there's a whole plethora of things that are going on. We have school board issues with our children in education. It broke my heart. I just heard that certain kids are not doing very well with this distant learning, our babies. You know, the kindergarten through fifth graders, it's, you know, it's hard to hold their attention, trying to get them to sit and push buttons, and it's just very, very hard.
Right.
I live very close to a principal, and he's up at 10 o'clock at night in his garage creating lesson plans of things to do to make it fun. So there's a lot on the ballot that we all have to, you know, show up and show out for. There's ballotready.org. I've also heard yesterday was voter registration day. It was a big push for people to register to vote. And there are other links that I've heard of, but I don't have enough information to share with you yet. But I'll get that information and share it with you on our next call. So remember, hashtag vote 2020. Remember, your vote does count. I know you think, I couldn't believe it. There were people, they were talking to people this morning on Good Morning America, and they're like, I don't know if I'm going to vote. Probably not. How can you live in the United States of America with everything going on with COVID-19 and not think that your vote matters? Because it does. And Rosetta and I are going to share all kinds of information as we find out. So between now and the next, where are we? We're like around, 53 days, something like that?
We're like, I think in the 40s, 41 days or something.
I mean, I know it's getting really close. And we just want to, you know, I believe, and Rosetta agrees with me, information is power. So we're going to empower you all to be able to vote.
Yeah, it's so important that we all, again, hashtag vote 2020, please, everyone. If you have not registered, go ahead and register, and you have until October the 19th. And we really, this is going to be a big one because everybody needs to be out there. I understand that in the previous elections, a lot of my friends said they didn't want to vote. They said they don't like Hillary, they don't like Trump, so why bother to vote? People, please understand that if everybody had the same kind of mindset, what would happen?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Really need you to get out there and vote. Your vote is your voice. And if you've recently turned 18, we want you to go ahead, register and vote, please. We want every single person to vote. And women, don't forget.
Yes.
All the women, we need you to vote. We're 51%.
That's my girl. Yes, we are. Yes,
so we
we
need
are.
to vote. Please, women, stand up for everyone and vote, vote, vote. There's, I don't know how many more times we have to say it. You're going to hear it on TV.
Yeah.
And me and Gloria, vote,
Yes.
vote, 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 vote until the cows come home.
Vote. And we also, you know, we don't even really, you know, we're bipartisan. You vote for who you believe will give you what you need for you and your family. Vote your heart, vote your conscience. I know that I have friends who are, you know, Bernie. If Bernie's out, they're out. They don't want to vote. And I keep reminding them, how did that work for us the last time? Bernie, unfortunately, has kind of aged out of becoming the president. Yet, I believe Bernie Sanders would be an exceptional person for healthcare reform and healthcare ambassador for the United States of America. This is what his passion is. This is what he wants to do. I think that people should also, you know, there's this whole thing about Supreme Court Justice passed on Friday and how President 45 already has a name and he's going to put the person in. You know, I always tell you, too much is given, much is expected. So just because someone gets the job, there's nothing that says they're going to have, yeah, they'll have the job for their lifetime. That lifetime could be 10 minutes, 10 days, 10 years. You know, it depends upon the infinite, how long that happens. And what you, the person who gets that job, you've got some big shoes to fill. She may have been 4 foot. She was an exceptional woman and she governed by the law. And whoever gets that job should govern by the law. And don't worry about, oh, she's Catholic and she's, who cares? That's how she serves her God.
She served the people.
That's not it.
Yes, she did what was right for the people. What is right for the people? That's what we have to vote on this election.
Yes.
By the people. What is the person that's going to run this country? Are they going to serve the people and what we need, not their own agenda? That's what we need.
Yes.
Really.
Yes.
So please.
And we're 51%.
Yes.
Yeah, we're 51% of the population. And I think it's time, you know, every time I see Wonder Woman and I see those beautiful Amazon women and there's no ego, there's no stress. This person is in charge and they say, okay, this is what we're going to go do. And they just do it. And could you imagine how beautiful life could be if we could stop this nastiness? We have to fill the United States with love and respect. So as always, I tell you, it has been a pleasure getting to hang out with my girl Rosetta and her boy with his cute little self and just sharing what's going, there's his tail, and sharing with you all how we're feeling and what we're going through and trying to give you a little bit of insight and to lift you up and to remind you of love, because through love, all things are possible.
Yes, it is. And as Ellen says, be kind to one another and listen to one another.
Yes.
We're going to be doing that. So, yeah. So this was a great chat we all had. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. We appreciate your support. And don't forget, if you have any comments or feedback on anything that we've discussed, we'd love it for you to comment below.
Yes.
And again, thumbs up for us if you like our videos. Subscribe below. Hit the bell notification. And you know what to do, right? As I say it all the time. So thanks, everyone. Hope you have a fantastic week. Vote, #vote 2020. And
Yes.
remember to always keep smiling.
smiling.
Take care now. Stay positive, everyone.
Bye.
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 Bye-bye.